Hello, Enoch. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning. So, Enoch,
Hello,
where are you from?
I'm from Tanzania.
Tanzania. Awesome. Awesome. So, what time is it in
Yes.
Tanzania right now?
Yeah, it's 2 minutes past 8 morning.
Ah, okay. And it is it's 11 o'clock here, or 2 minutes past 11 here in Idaho, where I'm from, on
Okay,
on Thursday, on
okay, that's
Thursday
very nice.
evening. Yeah, so the time difference. So,
It's very,
what language do you guys speak in Tanzania?
yeah, we speak Swahili.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, that's our that's our national language.
Awesome.
Yes,
Awesome. All
yes.
right. Hi, Anke. How are you?
Yes, hello, I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
Very good, thank you. So, Anke, where are you from?
I'm from Germany.
Germany. Awesome. And what part of Germany?
It's a very small village. We have just 350 inhabitants. So, but I would say, or I always say, it's between Frankfurt and Cologne.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I used to fly into the Ryanair airport close to
Hahn,
Frankfurt.
Frankfurt Hahn.
Yes.
Yes,
Frankfurt.
yes, yeah, yeah. I know. Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. I flew from there a couple of times to England. Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Uh
Awesome.
huh.
All right. Well, my name is Holly, and I am actually from the United States.
Yes.
I
Okay.
live I live in Idaho, and
Mhm.
and I thought I lived in the smallest town, so but you got me beat, Anke.
Okay. Okay.
We have 850 people.
850. Well, that's not much more than
No, no, not at all.
350. So yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So
But do you have a shop in your village or where you
we
can buy
do.
things?
We're 5 miles though from other towns and another town, and the shops are better. So, um,
Yes. Yeah.
uh,
Okay. All right.
yeah. And how about in Tanzania? How many people live in your town?
How many people?
No, Enoch.
I'm
Enoch.
sorry, I didn't.
Enoch.
Hello, yes, hello.
Hi. How many people live
Hello.
in your town?
It's more than 5 million people in my town. But with
Okay.
the whole country, we are more than 43 million people.
Okay. So 5 million
Yes,
in your town, and Anki
yes.
is living in a town in Germany that has 350 people.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So it's quite different.
Yeah, very different. So, so yeah, that's why this is cool. Are you both new to Verbling,
Yes.
or just
To me, this
Um,
is my.
is
Sorry.
this your first class?
Yes, to me, this is my first class to you. But
For me. Uh-huh.
yes, but I've been in Verbling for the past, I think, 2 months. Two
Okay.
months now.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
And and how about you, Anke?
it's the first time with you as well, of course, and I joined Verbling a week ago, I think.
Okay.
I took Spanish classes,
Uh-huh.
and because I really would like to get better in Spanish, and I thought that my English, I mean, it's okay, but well, we always can improve, I
Mm-hmm.
suppose. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I have been part of Verbling for about 7 or 8 weeks now. So maybe 2 months. I started the middle of September is when I started teaching here at Verbling. I've been
Okay.
teaching English since 1994, however, so a
Mm-hmm.
long time. I have I taught in South Korea for a couple years, and so I'm a little familiar with the Asian culture. And I also taught in Finland, and in Finland I was there for 11 years, and
Okay. All right.
so and that's why I know about the Frankfurt Hahn because the town I lived in Tampere was there was a direct flight to there, and then from there we'd go elsewhere in Europe. And
Okay. All right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've been actually teaching online since 2006. So I'm
Okay.
very familiar with online teaching and so forth. And a couple years ago, see, I came back to the States in 2009, and a couple years ago, I stopped teaching full time online. And just this last summer, I decided to come back and teach full time because
Okay.
I'm having more fun. So that's a little
Oh,
about me. How
oh,
about
very interesting.
yeah, yeah. I worked at from home for the first couple of years from 2011 for about a year and a half. I worked at home, so I continued teaching online. And then in 2013, I started, and for 1 year, I worked and I was a corporate trainer and then a supervisor and so forth. So I kind of got back into work and got back into industry. But anyway, this little dog is 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 my boy.
Okay.
he,
Yes. Uh-huh.
he was actually born in Hungary, and
Okay.
then he came to Finland, and I got him when he was just under 3 years old,
Okay.
and
And how old is he now?
he's now 11, so he's
Okay.
now a senior dog, and he loves to spend time with my mom and her husband, and
Okay.
they're about the same age. so, so today
Okay.
they stopped by and they actually took him uh, with them, and he's apparently staying the night with them. So
Okay. All right. Uh-huh.
he does that. But anyway, he's what I call my international dog because when I get upset with him, I start speaking to him in Finnish and so forth. So,
So she
Okay.
understands
All
all the languages.
right.
there's debate about that, but he seems to. When I first got him, and I told him to sit, he didn't understand. But if I spoke in Finnish to him, he would
Mm-hmm.
understand. He would immediately do
Okay.
it. Um, and Finnish sit is istu, so it's kind of similar, but he still wouldn't sit for the word sit. So I don't know. So, but I say he's a bilingual dog, and
Okay.
whether he is or not, we don't know. so anyway, um, okay. The topic today is on. The topic is I've got a problem, and it's about the goal of this is really for vocabulary words and also for just allowing you guys to speak and develop your fluency and so forth. So what we will do is systematically go through some questions, or basically, yeah, some questions, and then we'll practice some dialogues and do some vocabulary activities, and we'll end up doing some fluency questions at the end. So that is
Okay.
the plan for today. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and screen share, and we can get started on this. And the first question I've got for you guys is, um, so let's look at the picture. In this picture, what is this man doing, or what is the man's job, and what is he doing?
Sorry, Holly. Have you already screen shared the document?
Yeah, can you see it?
Unfortunately not. I cannot see it.
What can you see?
I'm just seeing your picture, you
Okay.
and the little dog.
Okay. What
I don't know.
can you press first of all press on Anke's name and then press on my picture down in the bottom if you see our pictures and maybe that will work.
Oh, oh my God. Or maybe because I'm using the iPad.
It might be on the iPad you have to actually it might be on a different my understanding with the iPad you have to it's actually a different screen that you have to go to. So check to see if
Oh,
there's another
okay.
another part of that. If not, let me give you the give you the
So,
link for the lesson so you can follow along with that.
okay.
Can you see the
Just
chat?
okay.
This is the link for the lesson. So
I think
has
hold on.
anybody else here ever used the iPad?
No, I haven't got
Yeah.
one. So
Okay. You haven't got one. Okay. And Ake, have you used it?
No,
An iPad?
I using PC.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you can proceed.
Okay.
You
If,
just proceed.
yeah, if you press on that link that I put in the chat box, you'll be able to see the PDF. So, okay. So, Anke, what is this man's job? We've got Ake and Anke. So,
yes, yeah, it's quite confusing. Yes.
You can call me Aka.
I think I'll say
Yeah,
Aka. I think I
yeah.
will. Aka. Okay, so Anke and Aka. Okay, Anke, what do you think he's doing?
I think he's fixing. Well, he's doing some repairs with the water, no?
Yeah, so he's fixing.
Electric.
So, what
Yes.
is he fixing? Let's see if we can go through some vocabulary words for that. What is he fixing? Aka, what would you
Mhm.
say? What
He's
is he fixing?
fixing electric device. Well, pipe, maybe pipe.
Yes. So
Yes.
he's fixing a pipe. Fixing a pipe. Okay. Which is basically, I believe it's under a sink. Okay. And does anybody know what the name of this job is? What the
Uh,
what he is?
Plumber.
Okay.
Plumber.
He's a
Plumber.
plumber.
Yes.
Okay, now, as far as pronunciation goes, you see this B? The B is silent. So the actual pronunciation for this is like this.
Plumber.
Plumber. So that's
Plumber.
actually how you pronounce it. Okay. Do you guys ever need to call a plumber?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Okay, you do. Anke, do you ever call a plumber?
Well, yes, if I have some problems, I need to call one. Yes. Yeah, of course.
Okay. Um, and so what are the things that could happen in your home? Let's make a list of things that could happen in your home for reasons you would call a plumber. So,
Leaking water.
okay, leaking water. Okay, leaking water. Can you guys think of anything else?
Um,
Mm,
well,
kind
if the water supply doesn't work
Okay,
normally, doesn't work correctly.
so water's not working right,
Mm-hmm.
or not working at all.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? This is one that happens quite frequently in the States, but I have personally never seen it happen in Finland. I never saw it happen. Toilet plugged up.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, in the 11 years that I was in Finland, I never had a toilet plug up on me, and I was very surprised because I always
Okay.
wondered what would I do if my toilet plugged up. So, any other reasons why you would call it a plumber?
Mm. Well, if the supply with hot and cold water, if there is a problem, I suppose.
Okay. So the hot and cold water, the water, there's something wrong with it. Something's wrong with it. Okay. Okay. All right. Um, in my country, plumbers are usually self-employed and they charge a lot of money. How about in Japan?
Actually, I found the plumber company on the internet.
Oh, did
There's
you?
some, yeah, maybe mm, I don't. I, it's rare freelance plumber here, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, they can come from company.
Okay. So they, and do the companies charge a lot?
Sometimes I compare the price
Hmm.
on the internet and I call them.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, we do have plumbing companies, but I would say that the majority of the plumbers are self-employed.
Hmm.
The biggest company I can think of is a
Mm.
company called Roto Rooter. So, okay. How about in Germany? Are they do the companies charge do plumbers charge a lot of money?
Um, I think it's around 30 euro, 30 euro per hour.
Okay. And that's a lot of money if it's easy. If he spends 5 minutes doing something, that's a lot of money. So,
Yes, yes, of course. Yes, it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and read through this conversation and put these words in the conversation. We have underneath, sink, take, and fine. Tom, Aka, why don't you be Tom? And
Hmm.
Anke, why don't you be Susan? Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. Good morning, ABC Maintenance. Tom speaking.
Oh, hello. I've got a problem with my sink.
Okay, what exactly is the problem?
Well, it's dripping underneath after I use it.
I see. We can send someone to take a look at it. Would tomorrow morning be okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Good. Could I have your address and telephone number?
Yes, it's 23 Arden Street. The number is well 212 or 221. How do you say this?
Yeah,
Um,
212. Huh?
212 555 2879.
Okay.
And could I maybe take your name?
Yes, it's Susan Valley.
Okay, Miss Wallace, someone will be with you tomorrow. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay. Now, as far as this number right there, I wasn't sure what you meant, but yeah, in British English, they teach double and triple with a telephone number. So they would say 212
Okay.
555 2879, or they would do
Okay.
555. In American English, we don't, as a general rule. We would say 212 555 2879.
Okay. All right.
So it
Mm-hmm.
depends. So that was actually a good question. One thing that happens for me, for example, my name is Holly, British
Mm-hmm.
people will say HOLLY, and I will if they're spelling to me and they spell me the correct way, an American, I will do that HOWY because they say double L.
Yes,
It's a
yes,
double.
yeah. Yeah,
And
of course, yes,
yeah,
yeah.
and that's a confusion I have personally on the double and the triple, but they do that.
Yes.
So it is not wrong. So, all right. Okay, let's see. Let's match the problems, and then more than one answer is possible. With let's match these problems. So a pipe is what? What do you guys think? A pipe is
Leaking?
um, yeah, a pipe is leaking. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and what else?
Blocked.
Mhm. And there's one more actually.
Um, but what is the difference between dripping and dripping?
Okay, dripping and tripping. Um, Tripping has to do with the it's an electrical situation. It's electrical, and it basically, if something's tripped, if it's something is tripping, it turns it will turn on and then it will turn off. It will turn on and then it will turn off. So it's an electrical thing.
Okay.
And where dripping is when water just keeps coming down. It goes.
Yes, yeah. So it's the same like leaking, no? Dripping.
So a pipe
Sure.
is also dripping.
Dripping, yes.
Okay, that's a good question. Dripping. Okay, the gas furnace is what? There's two answers for this, so each one of you can give an answer. What do you think? Aka, are you there?
Not coming on.
Yep, not coming on is one. Yes. And any suggestions, Anke?
Blocked, maybe.
No,
No. Leaking.
no.
No. What is furnace?
Which one?
A gas furnace.
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 A gas furnace is basically it's a heater.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay, so it's a heater that is supplied by gas.
Um, so it started dripping with tea?
It's no, it's not tripping.
Making a funny noise?
Yes, it's making a funny noise. Let me show you a picture of a gas furnace just so that you guys know. These are gas furnaces. Do you guys have them in your homes in your countries?
Mm, not so common. Smaller type. Maybe it's in the kind of apartment building, but not for the individual house.
Okay. How about in Germany?
Yes, we have one. Yeah.
You have them. Okay. All right.
But I didn't know the English word for it, so it's very nice. So,
Oh, good. Yay!
It's very useful.
You've learned something new today. Yay! Because you know, when you get to a certain level of English, you go to English classes and you're like, oh yeah, I know that, I know that, I know that, and then you're like, you find one nugget. So, okay.
Yes,
The refrigerator is what?
not cold enough.
Yes. There's another one that will work too.
Not coming on?
No. And that actually would work. Not coming on. But there's another one that I was thinking.
Making
Okay.
funny noise.
Making a funny noise. Okay. A faucet is
What is a faucet?
oh, awesome, yay. Two nuggets. So let's type in faucet. This is a faucet. So they have all kinds of different. So basic
Okay,
faucet is
all
part
right.
of the sink. All right.
Is it also called tap?
Tap.
Tap?
Um,
Yeah.
we actually that's actually what we call the water. We say we
Uh-huh.
call it tap water,
Uh-huh.
or we'll say the water is coming from the tap.
Uh-huh.
But we actually call it a faucet if we
Oh,
actually
I see. Okay.
using it.
Okay, all right. Mm-hmm.
Hey, new words. Okay. A faucet is what?
Dripping.
Dripping, yes. Okay. And then how about the heating is?
Not coming on.
Okay, not coming on. Yes. And that makes it really frustrating when we. One time I was living in a really old house, and for some reason the circuit breaker would always trip, but also the gas furnace would turn on off for no reason, and I would get really cold, and I had to go
Yeah.
down. I had to go down to the basement, flip a switch, turn it off, and turn it back on. And one time I
Mm-hmm.
walked down to the basement, turned the light on the basement, and there was a dead cat laying down there.
Oh.
It was
Oh.
yeah. I was like, I don't even know how it got in the house, got into the basement. I I turned around, ran upstairs, screaming.
Screaming, yes, of course, yeah.
Yeah, and and I of course I was living alone, and so I called the landlord the next day, and they had to have somebody come and pick it, and pick him up and take him out because I was not going to. So
Yes, yeah, of course, yes, yeah.
yeah, but that was an interesting situation.
I
So
mean, you would probably expect a spider or something like this, but not a.
yeah, exactly, or mice. You'd expect mice, but not
Yes,
a
yeah, of course,
cat.
yes, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I had been down there at least a couple weeks before, and my dog would have heard the cat if the cat had got down there and
Yes.
couldn't get back in. So the cat was what we call a. Do you guys know this word? A feral cat.
Mm-hmm.
Feral cat.
Mm.
Feral cat is a wild cat.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay, so or a homeless
Okay.
cat. And so it was
Yes.
a feral cat, and it just went down there to die. It knew it was time to die, and so it because if it would have been trapped down there, my dog would have heard it, and
Yes.
and would have barked and everything. So anyway, the circuit breaker keeps what?
Dripping.
Tripping, yeah, and that means it comes on and then comes off, comes on and comes off, and it has to do it. Tripping has to do with more with the electrical type of things. Can you think of other situations that you would call a repair person for?
Calling plumber?
So Well, you call a repair person for a plumber for most of these,
Repair
right?
person. Okay.
So,
Repair person. I called the repair person for the air conditioner.
okay. So the air conditioner, what was wrong with it?
The kind of electric circle was out of order. Could be thunder attack or not sure the reason, but even though I turn on the air conditioner, I suffer the hot only the hot, air come from.
Okay. So this one you
So
would say the air conditioner is blowing hot.
Hot.
hot, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Can you think of any type of situation you have called a repair person? Okay.
Any other? I called. How can I say in English? Washlet was leaking. Maybe
What was leaking? The washing machine?
washlet must. Maybe it's not so popular abroad. I heard. It's pretty
Washlet.
popular here.
Washlet. Okay, let's go to Google Images. Maybe that's a new word.
But yeah, kind of
Washlet. It might
maybe
be.
might
It
appear.
might be shingle or not Shinglish, Jacklish. It
It's
might be
about toilet actually.
washlet. What is that called?
Water
It's,
is come up and
yeah.
yeah, no need to toilet.
Oh, it's well, washlet will work, but I know what is that
I don't
called?
know. Is it one English word or language?
I haven't heard the word washlet before, but I cannot think of what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, yeah, so we can say the washlet because I wonder if I should Google a synonym of washlet. So anyway, um, I'm thinking that the word we use is borrowed from French. Baudet,
Potato.
Baudet, something like that. I'm not even sure how to spell it. So Anke, can you think of one that you call the repairman for?
Well, the washing machine, if there's a problem with the washing machine,
Mm-hmm.
with the pipe from the washing machine, probably.
Okay. The washing machine. How about we do this? Washing machine stopped working.
Yes, or if it's leaking or something like this.
Well, sometimes the washing machine will stop in the middle because it got plugged up or something like that. And let's see, the toilet. The toilet is plugged up. That would be another reason we would call.
Plugged,
Okay.
yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And let's see. Okay, and then the other thing that I would call repairman for, probably, I know Ake you would as well, the computer. Computer is not working.
Yeah. I sprayed the coffee on my computer in the past.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So now I put a cover on the keyboard. That won't happen again. Yeah, but yeah, it was costly, so I regret it. Yeah.
That's oh wow. Wow. Have you ever done that, Anke?
No, but my husband, he spilled wine over the keyboard,
Okay.
and so we had to get a new keyboard. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I mean, if it's a laptop keyboard, it's very bad because it goes.
Yes, of course. Yes, yes, yes. It's yeah, well.
Was it a laptop or was it just a regular extra keyboard?
No, no, it was a laptop one. So
Oh.
yes. But these things can happen. So well.
Okay, let's. Just a second. Somebody just asked if they could join. So, okay, let's go on. So let's role play with a partner using the vocabulary from exercise 3. So we've got Tom and Susan again. So Aka, could you be Tom? And Anke, could you be Susan?
Okay. Good morning, ABC Maintenance. Tom speaking.
Oh, hello. I've got a problem with this thing.
With what?
Um, um, with the sink, no?
Okay. Well, you could say your gas furnace since it's your new word, or the faucet. Okay, the sink. Okay.
Okay, what exactly is the problem?
Well, it's dripping.
Okay.
I see. We can send someone to take a look at it. Would it be okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Good. Could I have your address and telephone number?
Yes, it's Arden Street. Well, I don't know, number 12, and the number is 955 204.
And could I take your name?
Yes, it's Anchor.
Okay. Okay, how can I say it? Okay. Miss Anke, someone will be with you next afternoon,
Okay.
tomorrow. Oh yeah. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay. So next afternoon, actually tomorrow afternoon is better.
Okay, yeah.
Have you guys ever learned about the difference between next, last, and this?
Next.
So,
No,
for example, if we look at we look at a calendar. Say we have Sunday, Monday. Let's do this. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay. Well. Okay. So. Okay, and we'll have three. We'll do 3 weeks. Okay, and this right here, I guess it's Friday for you guys, right? So we'll use this Friday. This Friday right here, that's today. When is next Saturday? Is it this one or is it this one?
The last one.
The last one, okay.
Yes, next. Well, next week, next Saturday. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So some people will say it's this one because it's the next Saturday, but it's actually this one because next and last usually has to have further away. So this is today. So when was last Wednesday? Is it the first Wednesday or the next Wednesday?
Second one, maybe last week's Wednesday.
You would say last Wednesday here. Okay, for this one, you would actually use the word this. Anytime it's within just a few days, you would say this last Wednesday or this next Saturday or this Saturday.
How about coming Saturday?
This coming Saturday works too.
Okay.
This coming Saturday, this coming Sunday. So next Sunday would actually be this one down here. If it's down here, this Sunday, because it's Friday, it would be this Sunday. And you could say this next Sunday just to make sure, or this last Sunday. And because we're at Friday, this could actually be last Sunday. But we're just talking within just a few days from each other where you have to use this next, and this last. So anyway, I just thought that's a real common mistake made by non-native speakers from almost all languages. So I thought I would quickly go through that.
That's very useful. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, if you've never heard that before, it's a good thing. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go to some conversation questions. Bear with me. Okay. So, Aka, can you choose one of these questions and have and ask Anke, and then just see if you guys can have a conversation. Okay.
Okay. What troubles can we have with the mobile phone?
What troubles can we have? Well, there are a lot of troubles we can have with a mobile phone. For example, if it's not working okay, or if it switches off automatically, or if it ends conversation in the middle of it, for example.
Okay, what was the last one? Something in the middle of it? If it ends conversation. Oh, okay.
Conversation in the middle of it. If it breaks.
Yeah, on that one we would say if the call drops.
Yes, yeah. If the call drops, yes.
Call drops. Okay. All right. Have you ever had those problems, either one of you?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
You haven't? Okay. Okay, have you? Talk to us.
Yes. My room's radio condition is not good. If I how can I say, talking with someone in front of my desk, sometimes it happens. Maybe even in the same house, the radio condition is different.
So will the call drop, or will it just be staticky, or?
Like drops, cut off. So yeah, that problem happens.
Is that why you have problems with the computer too? Sometimes you come in and out.
You mean related to computer and radio wave? Could have. Yeah, it could be because it happened in front of the computer. Yeah, on the desk. Yeah, yeah, it could be.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Anke, could you choose one of these questions? These are kind of related to what we were just going over and kind of not. So.
Have you ever lost your key? What did you do?
Yes. Many times.
Many times.
Wow, I have spare key.
You have. Where do you have your spare key at?
Somewhere in my bag or somewhere else.
So somewhere, so it's under the mat, or do you have like a key rock Have you ever
No,
heard of those?
no, not such an obvious one. Usually I bring my key with my bag for the emergency.
Uh-huh. Okay, so you have two keys, one your main keys and then a spare key.
Hmm. Yes.
Okay. I used to have uh, people in my neighborhood. I always had somebody have someone who lived close to me have my spare key. So, but
I
um,
really dislike, the old lock key. That's scary to me.
okay. So, Anke, have you ever lost your keys?
No, I haven't lost my keys, but what I did, because we always have a spare key out of our house for our house, because sometimes if you open the front door and
Mm-hmm.
if the wind is blowing through,
Mm-hmm.
um, it could close,
Uh-huh. Okay. So,
and
what you've done
then
is
you,
lock your keys inside.
yes, yes, yeah. I locked the keys inside, so I had to find the other one, which is outside of our house, and to get into the house again. Yes,
Right, or locked yourself out.
yes, yeah.
I I did something really stupid once. It was with my first car, and I had a flat tire.
Mhm.
And so I was in my 20s. I called my roommate, and she came and got me, and we figured out how to change the tire together.
Mhm.
But then I had placed my keys in the trunk of my car,
Mm.
Mhm.
and guess what happened?
You close the trunk?
Uh-huh.
Ah.
So we locked the keys in the car.
Okay.
Mm.
Mhm.
So, so yeah, okay. Um, so, Aka, can you choose another question?
Okay. Mm. What typical problems can we explain with the experience with the computer?
Mm. Um, well, we can experience all sorts of problems with the computer. For example, if a computer works very slow, or if the computer doesn't start, or if the computer, well, if you have a problem with your
Mm-hmm.
graphic card on the computer, and you can't see the graphics there. I mean, you can have all sorts of problems with the computer, unfortunately.
Yeah. Um, ha, um, have you guys ever had to, well, with your husband, did you guys replace the computer keyboard um, when he spilled wine on it? Did he start having other problems because as a result of that?
No, he didn't. I mean, we had to replace it, but that was okay then. Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Okay. And
Mhm.
how about you, Aka? When you spilled the coffee on it,
Mhm.
did it cause other problems?
Yes, after that, actually, it happened at a writing class. I couldn't, uh, maybe I should leave the class and I put, how can I say, I swing the computer to get rid of the liquid inside.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't do that. So after that, I some kind of type, uh, for example, L or O couldn't work. So
Mm-hmm.
I asked the repair.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
you should
mhm.
have left the class, but you didn't, so it got
Yeah.
stuck.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And I have a tendency to with my laptops to I don't know. I'll keep them different places around my house. Many times on my desk, and many times on different small little tables. And one time I actually it was in the middle of the night, and I must have been sleepwalking because all of a sudden my computer fell on the ground.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, and after that, it never worked properly. And finally, probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, I went ahead and replaced it, but it started actually giving me the blue screen of death, and I'm like, oh no. so
All
so
right.
that wasn't fun. But all right, I'm going to ask a question. Okay, this one. Have you ever broken something expensive? Either one of you. I just told you I broke my computer.
Yeah, me too.
No, I don't think so. That I broke something expensive in the past. Not that I'm aware of, anyway.
Yeah. If you broke it, you aren't aware that you did. Yeah. No, Anke, do you have any kids?
No, we don't have children.
Okay,
No,
okay.
no,
No kids. Okay, neither do I, and I don't think. Okay, you don't have any kids either, do you?
No, but I mean, but sometimes my husband, because that's the thing, I sometimes tell him we don't need children because we have you. So I mean,
So has he broken anything expensive?
well, if we take care of dogs, for example, once in a while, and then he plays with the dogs, and he really doesn't care if there are classes in the middle of it, or if there's something which could break. So it's sometimes dangerous. Yes.
Okay, that's funny. That's funny. Okay. Okay, let's talk about work. So what problems or accidents have you had at work, or have you? So Aka, how about you?
Yeah, I used to work in a golf driving range, and sometimes I can say ball selling machine cannot work properly. So there's no kind of mechanism there. So I usually that caused a kind of ball problem.
Okay,
So I get rid of the balls inside the machine or something like that.
okay, so first of all, the ball machine.
Ball selling machine. It's a driving range. Golf ball is selling in 50 golf ball selling. 50,
Okay.
100 people buy it from the vending machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there was and you had said that there was no maintenance person or no repair person. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because that didn't come out really correctly in English. I'm not sure really how you said it. I kind of made it up. I figured that's what you're saying. So there was no maintenance person available to fix it. So did you learn how to fix it yourself?
Yeah, I open the door of the machine and I try to figure out if it is a mechanical or electrical thing. I have no idea, but usually it was a simple problem of the ball problem. Yeah, problem with the balls. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And Anke, have you ever had any problems or accidents at work where you've need to call a repair person or get help?
Well, I used to work in a bank, and when I did my apprenticeship, you would call it, yes?
Yeah. And another word is internship is another way you can say that.
Yeah. When I did my internship there, I think 2020, well, yes, 30 years ago. Yes. I didn't know where the alarm button was to call the police.
Oh.
Yeah, because if you have a robbery, bank robbery, I mean you have to call the police, but it was underneath the table, and I pressed it accidentally. and
Oh,
so the police was coming out.
wow. Did you, I worked at a bank about it wasn't it was about 18 years ago. It was in 1996
Yes,
or 96. No, it was 1997. At that time, I was a teller, and there was money that you had to pull up that would trip the alarm.
yes, yes.
Did you guys
Yeah.
have that too? I just wonder how many times that people trip that that alarm, and
Yeah, of course. Yes, yeah.
so
Uh-huh.
yeah, it is interesting working at a bank though, because
Mm.
there's things about it that you don't even know, and as a consumer, it's like, oh really? Do they do that? Do they?
Yes, yeah, of course. Yes,
Uh-huh.
that's
Do you
right.
still work in the banking industry, or are you in a different industry now?
No. I don't work right now, but I do a sort of voluntary job.
Oh,
So
awesome.
I work for people with dementia,
Uh-huh.
and that's quite interesting and fulfilling as well. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
yeah, definitely. And we need people that can really work with dementia.
Yes, yeah, of course. Yes.
Yeah. My mom's husband is heading that way, and it's actually quite scary for her and for him. They're very
Yeah, of
scared.
course. Of course.
So,
Yes. Yeah.
um,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, so I admire you for that. That's really good.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Class is over. I
Well, I think so. Yes.
didn't even realize it. Oh, wait a minute. I went to check to see. I was just looking on to see, do we have 3, 4 more minutes? No, well, no. So I hope you guys learned some new words. We've got gas furnace, faucet, and internship. So
Yeah,
so I
but
hope. Uh-huh.
can you send it? Can you send it over to us, or how do I
The
do that?
material.
Yes.
Do you see the Verbling chat?
Yes, I see the
Do you see
Wordling chat.
the third thing I put on there? There's a link there. Do you see that link?
Chat? No.
Yeah, I wrote under, and Aka just put it there too.
Yes, this link.
Do you see that link there? Another thing you can
Mm,
do here. Let me show you another thing. I'm gonna screen share again so you can see. Another way to find the link
yeah.
is on the first page. You look down here before you join the class. Where you join the class here. In the first
Yes.
place, there's the class material right there, and there's a link. You can just press on
Okay.
that.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
That's one.
Okay.
That's one way. Another way as well. So, all right.
Okay.
Well, thank you, and welcome to Verbling, Anke. I hope to see you another time, and thank you, Aka, for coming and participating. I hope you both learned a lot. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.